What's up, y'all? This is Hussein Nasr from iGeometry. Today we will do some ArcObjects. We will learn how to write code to discover different workspace in the map. Alright, so what does that mean? Alright, let me open this map and explain this a little bit. Alright, so in a given map, ArcMap or Pro, you will have one or more workspaces. So this is an example. So if you take a look here, these are layers. These are all our feature layers. All of these feature layers, all right, I'm just gonna talk about feature layers now for simplicity. So all these feature layers point to feature classes, all right, in geodatabases, right? So if each one of these actually is pointing to a different workspace altogether. So the first one is pointing to this phonetic geodatabase, a file geodatabase. This is another file geodatabase. That's another file geodatabase. This is an SDE geodatabase, remote desktop geodatabase, multi-user, which points to a version in that geodatabase. And that's another feature class point to the same geodatabase was different version. So I want to write code basically to discover this workspace, because if you want to work with a map and you want to write an add-in, how do you know which workspace to work with? You have to prompt the user, hey, by the way, you have multiple workspaces. I don't know which one you want to edit on. So you need to prompt the user with a dialog, nice map, form. This is okay, this is the workspace. You can start editing on this, you can stop editing on that, and do all kind of fancy stuff, right? So you need to prompt the user selects, and then you do your work. So how do we do that? Let's get to it. So let me close this. And I already created a button add-in. I'm going to reference how to create buttons in ArcMaps. Very easy. And then on click, I want to do this. Let's declare a function here. Public void discover workspaces. That function basically will populate a list of workspaces. Now I want to use the dictionary of a string and a workspace just to identify these workspaces. So let's go ahead and just yeah. So I just populated an empty dictionary, which is a key value store of key being some sort of an incremental value. I think I'm gonna use integers, but here we can use a string, it's okay. And the actual object is the workspace. How can I do that? Discover workspaces will be the function that populates this guy. So discover workspaces, what it will do is it will loop through the current map. So how do you map.application.document.mx.commit, then you say focus map to loop through all layers, whether they are in group layers or wherever, recursively loop through everything. Use this dot layers, and this guy will return for you an enumeration. Let's call it e layers. Okay. First thing you do, you reset that, just in case someone else's has already iterated through that. You do that, and then you say you declare I layer, p layer is equal e layer dot next. Give me the next layer, and then while you do your fancy while p layer is not null, loop through all layers. Okay, give me the next layer. Right? If that's the big if the p layer is an I feature layer, if it's the type of this layer is not raster, not geo feature layer, it's an actual feature layer, I'm interested in those. So what you do is you declare iFeatureLayer pfLayer is equal tLayer, cast it. Why? Because we want to get the workspace out of it. Because each one of those is pointing to, I'm sorry if you're hearing some noises or something. This is my machine spinning. I'm running some processes. I'm actually exporting another YouTube video, so that takes some cycles of the machine. So, all right, ds equal pfLayer.feature class as iDataSet. We know this code. We have done it so many times, right? And once you get the data set, we can get the workspace. So what I want to do here is write another function here, so called add workspace, which takes, guess what? Takes a workspace and then adds it to that list that we declared up there, right? But I assume we want to add it in a unique way. So if it exists, we don't want to add it again. So that's a very important point. So because you'll have maybe 50 layers pointing to the same feature workspace. You don't want to end up with 50 workspaces. You want to uniquely, distinctly sort those off. So say add workspace, ds.workspace, and that code is done. That's it. That will loop through all layers, add all the workspaces, and done. Of course, on click, we want to call discover workspaces. Why this is complaining? Member cannot be in the same as the inclosing. What does that mean? No idea. Oh, it's how about that? The same, okay, it's the same method. It's confusing. The class name, the bottom name is called Discover Workspace, so it just didn't like that, I guess. All right, I hope you do now. All right, so we did that. Add workspace. Let's do that part. Add workspace. So for each workspace that you receive, you want to check: is this workspace exist in my list? How do I do that? For each key value pair of string and iWorkspace pair in workspaces. That's the trick. You say if the pair dot value, which is the workspace, equals the past workspace, if you found that this exists at all, just exit. I'm not interested. Right? If not, then we have to add the workspace to the list. Workspaces, let's add, and then we're gonna give it a key, and then the workspace. So let's figure out how can we get a key. I guess we can do this, right? +1. That should be safe. Not sure if it's safe, but I guess it's safe. Unless you want to remove and add, and then it's cause problems. So I'm not gonna remove. Maybe we will. This is ugly, but what the hell? We can use it temporary. We can use grids, I think. New grid. Let's take. Might be safer. Let's use grid. It's ugly. Sorry guys, but grids I guarantee uniqueness here because the key has to be unique, right? So, all right, add new grid. That's that. Good. All right. So what do we do? Discover methods. Done. I think the code is done. All we have to do is really just display those workspaces. How many workspaces do I have? All right. Let's create another function here called public void list workspaces, which will literally iterate through that mumbo jumbo, and then just say, just display that message box dot show pair dot key, that's the unique ID, which is a GUID, and then pair. Alright, so for here, that's interesting. For the workspace itself, to display that, we'll need something interesting here. Okay. Workspaces have different properties, all right? And the most interesting thing you can get off is something called a property set. So you declare a property set, and you say get the pair.value.prop connection properties, and that is a property set. And each property set has values, and depends on the type of the workspace. You can message, for example, what is the database, what is the version, what is all these kind of things. So for now, we will display things that we are sure that's always there, which is the database. So get property, and you say database. All right. So this will display the database. In case if it's file geodatabase, it's gonna give you the path to the file geodatabase. If in case it is SDE, it's gonna give you the database name. But you can also give more information, like you can specify the version, which does not exist in the file geodatabase, but it will exist in the SDE. So you can do all sorts of checks here, right? So pair.value.type. If the type of this geodatabase is remote, you will get the version, and you get all these other information as well. All right, let's just do it. This string equal that, and that, and then equal plus environment, the new line plus, and then if the pair dot value, should have saved a variable or something there, the value dot type equal dot this guy, then you get more information. What are these information? You're gonna find out soon enough. Environment on new line plus. If it's a SDE, you will get for free a user property. You'll also get a version property. You'll also get a password, but you can't read that, it's encrypted. You'll also get instance, I think, but that's enough. That's enough for now. And I will display that. Let's see if our code actually works or crashes. We wrote a lot of code there. All right, so after, what's my function, man? List, yeah. You loop and you message every single thing, right? Yeah, so for every workspace, we're gonna get ugly messages. So discover, and then list. After you discover, list them. How about that? Are you ready, guys? This is gonna crash. There's no chance this will work from the first time. Otherwise, I'm a genius. All right. So we're expecting this code to discover all these 5 feature classes. There goes nothing. That's the discover workspaces button. Look at that. So that's the GUID we generated. That's the database name. SDE, I don't know what SDE is. I think it's the user, yeah, that's the user SDE connected. The version is SDE.default. That's the first one. Second one is SDE test. That's correct. That's a GUID. Then look at that. Look at that. That's the second GUID, third GUID. Look at that. We did it. We did it, guys. We did it. Now, let's just do something real fun here. I am going to be a little bit civilized, and I'm gonna use a combo box. because that's how you become civilized in it. Workspace. Oh, that's just fucking ugly. Jeez. Yeah, let's just use a terminal. Why not? Why not? So that civilization. Damn textbooks. God. All right. There you go. There you go. There you go. Multi-line. Yeah, why not? Why not? When I select the GUID, which is the workspace, it's going to list you the properties of that workspace. Let's see how hard this to do. I'm in my button. I discovered everything. I'm not going to list it, but I need this baby. I need this baby to be known. So I need to share that guy with the form, so this form knows about it. I'm Canadian now. Reference. And now, God, this is not private, this is public, so everybody knows about it. And now, what we do, God, what do we do? After we discover, we do form1 f equal new form1. Then you say f dot this, what do you call them, workspaces? Equal, should have removed this, right? Since it's public. The correct way is to do a property, guys. Don't do this. All right. The correct way is to do a proper property here. All right. And then equal spaces. And then this guy knows about it. So f.show dialog. Show dialog. It's not the best way to do it, but works. Even before that. Now I want to, for each, let's loop and populate that baby. Dude. So what should be enough for us? What did I do? God. What did I do? I don't need any of this mumbo jumbo. I don't need any of this. All you have to do is basically loop. Where's the goddamn loop? All right, let's just write it. Key value pair, string, key. I think you can also do string, key, and not very good in C#, but I think you can do this. Workspaces.keys. You loop only through the keys. I just interested in the keys. And CMB combo. What do you call drop down list? CMB combo box 1. What, I don't have access to combo box? How about that? Maybe just add a method, I guess. Public void add workspace. How about that? String key. Then combo box 1 dot items dot add key. Just adding the string. Hear me out here. Hear me out here. I think I have a plan, right? We're gonna add workspace, then we add the key. And then when we show that, I want, doesn't matter what you want, dude. Doesn't matter what you want. Combo box 1, that's selected text. That will be enough. So that will be the GUID, right? And then what we do is text box 1.text is equal to workspaces of G. And that will give me the actual workspace, after which you will display it using that nasty code right there. Of course, this code can be improved. can be improved. So that will give me an workspace, p workspace. Give me that workspace. Give me that workspace. Give me that workspace. Son. Give me that workspace. If that workspace is that, you get that nice connection. Workspace connection. Why do you don't like it? Oh, good type. Sorry. And then we get that guy. We say textbox1 the text is equal to workspace string. Let's see if I broke the whole thing or not. This time this gonna crash. I'm just telling you, Dad. Just telling you, this is gonna crash. This is gonna crash. So while this runs, I discovered that I cannot upload more than 50 minutes to YouTube without my audio getting distorted for some reason. So that sucked. So I had to do a lot of research, a lot of time, and it turns out I was doing something so stupid, right? And I'm gonna not even say it. I was exporting a screen share as to 1080p, which screwed up the whole thing. Crash. Did you crash? Oh, these are the GUIDs. So these are useless, right? But at least we have some sort of a unique identifier. When I click that, and it crashes. It says the key was not given, and why? Why is not given, dude? So we populated that correctly, and when I select that, I said give me the workspaces of the key, and that key should be there, unless I did populate it before and it wasn't actually there. Let's see. What did I do wrong? So when I click, let's close this. When I click discover everything, so that will populate everything. Insert the form, save that, load everything, loop through the workspaces, and then show the dialog. At that point, I should have everything set. Let me try debugging. It would be a good time for us to debug, guys. Let's see if it just runs if I do this. Magically runs or not. No, it doesn't. If I browse to C program files, JS, desktop, then map.exe, save, run. Okay, it doesn't complain now. Obviously, this is the first time I'm debugging. Looks like it. So he's a little bit shy here. So let's just put some breakpoints here. Alright, guys. Okay, I don't want to. And go. And then go. So. Alright, so this seems correct. Why didn't you do... I didn't find it. That's weird. So we got the oh, why? Oh, okay, that was just something so stupid. I'm using the selected text. It should be selected value. I think so, at least. See, most of your code is just us doing stupid thing. Believe me, guys. Selected value. I don't think it's selected value. It's selected item. I think it's selected item. Believe me, it's always stupid things. Works, but you forget one thing and it blows up the whole code. And just one small thing. We're using the selected text, which is actually a string property, because we got nothing literally selected, right? So I can explain that. Like, I think what it works. That's the selected text. When you do this, That's the selected text. If you do this, there is no selected text. Alright, looks like it's working. And then you can add all this kind of fancy code, right? So now, this is the current selected workspace. I want to start editing on that. You have a reference, knock yourself out. Sorry guys, it's a longer episode than usual, but I think I had to do some longer episodes. I'm bored from just rushing out. Really guys, I really need to. Like, I feel this is more humanish interaction. This is a real world where you make mistakes, where you see bugs, where system crashes. I can't make perfect videos for you. It's just ridiculous, right? Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna see you in the next one.